That's you.
Yeah, I got it. Sorry about the light.
Another longfin hake.
Want to just rock to your left?
Let's see if I can do that fine.
I'll pull out as you go.
There he is.
Pushing in.
And a Nizumia. Looks like Nizumia bear dye. You can
And
see the dorsal fin has a black streak.
full wide.
What was that? Watch sleep? I mean, dive
Plus
sleep.
6.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 9.
We're escaping.
So yesterday the numbers on the console down to TX.
Yeah.
So those of you just joining, this
Yeah.
is we're watching video from the new
Nice
ROV.
work on the
This
hake
is
roll.
second,
We gained
science
0.1.
team directed
Yeah.
dive. Had a couple of field engineering test programs go on, but this is the ROV called the Deep Discoverer, otherwise known as D2.
So those both improved.
6,000 meter rated vehicle, about 9,000 pounds, I believe. And
Yeah. Gotcha.
we're just learning how to use this new capabilities, new tools for deep submerged
Going down
exploration
again.
science. If you have any questions about the ROV and what they can do, please feel free to ask, and we'll try to get you some answers.
Another witch flounder.
Tim, that's a really good point. The D2, this is only its second full-fledged science dive, so we're on a pretty steep learning curve here. But one thing I will say is, in comparison to many of the other ROVs that I've worked with, the cameras and the lighting on this ROV are spectacular.
We are on the same page.
They have arms that can be extended with the
zoom on
lights that
go on
help
in, roll.
improve the picture quality substantially, and then just the high def cameras are amazing, and so it's really hard to get these kinds of images from the sea floor with the depth and the clarity that we're getting, and so it's a fantastic vehicle to work with so far.
So we're viewing a shrimp that's swimming in the water column. Again.
You can almost hear the classical music playing, can't you?
Take a little bit more zoom.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow, this is really good video. They're all moving their appendages differently. Whoa.
One example of a demersal shrimp was to the swimmerettes, highly developed.
Where are you? You're off to the left. Just head north.
All right, let's come wide there, roll.
Pulling out.
Nice work.
Good piloting.
Real marvel to watch these swim. They can swim great distances.
Yeah, you know.
At a single, several hundred meters at least at a time over the bottom. Probably a lot more than that.
Another rat tail. We just passed by a couple witch flounders. We're still seeing red crabs throughout this entire dive.
like we're seeing a change in coloration now. It's often you see the white reflection of the sediment.
Pella, are you okay with that view on HiPAC, or do you want me to zoom in more for you?
Just wanted to remind folks listening too that we're really engaging in a community-driven cruise. Scientists on board the ship, as well as many scientists across the country, tuning in and chatting through an instant messaging, and also on the conference line as well. So we're all working together to complete these dives. Another witch flounder, longfin hake. Can we get a zoom in on that?
You got time for the zoom on the rock, Tom?
All right, Rolly, stand by. Okay, go on in.
This is another granitic cobble boulder. This is the laser again. We get a chance to get a size on it, but again, I think it's neutral or iceberg origin for this one.
Can we get lasers on?
Yeah.
Granite color.
There looked like there was another rock up ahead.
Can be diagnosed.
Lasers, co-pilot?
I got him.
Okay.
He's busy.
Jason, did you say earlier manganese covered rocks?
All right, you want to come out, Rolly?
Yep. Looked like there was another one upper right, different type.
Might be. We're going to swap over here.
Okay.
Near it.
The one that had a sort of a coating, appeared to have a coating underneath. This one definitely doesn't, and may have something to do with the of
Can we
the
get a
rock
zoom
or
in on that as well?
recent
Thanks.
uncovering of it.
You just do a quick zoom here, Roland, as we go by.
Up here.
It's another dead crab.
Probably want to laser it as we go away as well.
Are they scavenging the crab? Looks like.
All right, full wide, Rolly.
Full wide.
Mudstone, or like a flat mudstone.
Yeah, we have another
boulder there.
pan left.
Okay, Tom, you want to get out front and centered?
I saw another one of these flat stones in another, there we go, depression.
Yep, there's another one. We don't have time to stop and look, unfortunately.
They're witch flounder.
Could we get back to that one or both those tabular?
That glow of lights down there is him. He's just been doing pretty well-defined zigzags, so he kind of knows where he is already. We've been heading this way the whole time, so he goes to.
I have no idea. I'll see if I see it again.
Hi, folks.
Okay. Are we in down on that?
Welcome, pilot.
The scene there?
That might be new. I think it is.
Oh, do we have an anemone?
Tim Shank,
Looks like
your
a
audio is starting to get distorted.
unhappy
We
Venus
didn't copy your
flytrap.
last.
Can you hear me?
You're sort of still dropping out.
Video, we can zoom.
Copy that, pilot.
Hold that.
Test, Jason.
You're still dropping out. May also try to the conference bridge as an alternate source.
Lasers, standby.
So look, we have a Venus fly up and I'm here on the top,
Yeah, we have a
and the base of it is a shrimp. Would it be possible to hit on that?
Yeah, sure. Can we zoom in on the shrimp?
Shrimp, zoom some more, Rolly, and there's
Yeah, the
lasers.
longfin hake.
Okay, focus for shrimp.
Yeah, we lost light due to the shrimp.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
about all the
Lost
time we
light.
have.
All right, gotta go.
From the krill.
Sorry.
This is a mic test real quick. Can you
Bridge,
guys
this
hear
is
me?
Nav.
We hear you very well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we do a mic check from Hui? Can anybody hear us?
Hui, you're slightly distorted.
Pilots, this is Nav. We have 50 meters to the next
Test,
target.
test.
Copy,
Yeah,
50
you're
meters.
perfect.
Thanks, Tony.
Test, this is Jason. Am I coming through?
Jason, you're very clear.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I think we finally figured out the correct configuration for this.
What's the temperature? Where do you get that? Oh, okay, it's right there. Oh, that's the...
So I'm here, like we're putting upload over soft sediment. And I'm just wondering, are we thinking about going sort of around the rim of the stock mark, or coming back in?
Oh, can you zoom in on that? To the left. You pan back left and down.
Backing up. Panning left. What did we see?
Taylor, was that you asking the question about
Fish?
coming around change
You
in
can
slope?
keep going. That's another witch.
According to the
Okay.
map, we're sort of coming up on a contour line that defines a potential hole. We're about 50 meters, well, 100 meters to our waypoint target. So we should start to see, we should be expecting to see changes in the depth they're trying to identify those pop marks.
Great, thank you. Looks like we're moving into a higher abundance of red crab here again.
Yeah. And local time is 11:06, and we're at 575 meters. Bottom temperature here is 5.9 degrees Celsius. And we are currently, oh, could you pan back to the right? I think there may have been a skate.
And
Or
snap zoom.
goosefish.
Dave, you want to snap zoom for the shrimp catch up?
Quickly, yes. Right now.
Ah, we have a goosefish. Lophius.
Okay, up, sorry, wide. Okay, we got an ID.
Full wide.
Moving on.
For the science community, we're going to be switching streams 1 and 2 back to their original configuration with the ROV on the primary and the Sirius HD camera on the secondary.
Great, thank you, Roland. So we just briefly took video of a goosefish, the genus Lophius. And goosefish are also commercially important species, and if any of you out there have had a monkfish, that's actually a goosefish. And that's just a common name, and monkfish is a common name as well, but you see that more in restaurants and seafood markets than the term goosefish.
It's incredible how dark they can make it.
This is what it looks like without gain.
Another witch flounder and still several red crabs. And I just heard the conference line beep. Did somebody new join us?
Science, this is Nav. We got about 100 meters left to go to the waypoint, and the ship's move is almost complete. Do you want me to put in another one, or do you want to stop and look at anything?
And we're still transiting over the same type of bottom, very silty sediment.
Okay,
We've
thanks.
Still tracking witch flounders and red crabs throughout this entire dive.
What's that?
And yeah, let's get a zoom in on that debris.
Quick zoom. Hold.
Oh, it's
rope.
a rope.
Okay, wide.
We have a line.
Thank you.
There's a midwater fish right above it. There's something blue. Another rat tail. It's an interesting mark in the seafloor.
Snap zoom.
Yeah, zoom.
Hold.
Piece of plastic?
Yeah, but from what? Don't know.
Looks like a piece of a slinky.
Oh, it's a weed whacker line.
A weed whacker line?
Weed whacker, yeah, monofilament, or a heavy monofilament of some sort. Wide, please.
Monofilament line?
Yeah.
It's fairly thick. It's ctenophore.
pilots. This is Nav.
Go ahead.
I'm going to continue, prepare to move to continue on our current path once this move is done. And
Okay.
we'll reach our waypoint. Is that okay with you guys?
That's great. Just keep the train rolling.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, can we get a zoom in on that?
Quick, Grully.
Thank you, Bridge. I've prepared another move. Would that be okay to do that right now?
Okay, go for it. Okay, hold right there.
Should hake.
Up, up,
Okay, can we go 90 meters at a bearing of 288
wider
at 0.2 knots?
There we go. Thank you. Okay. Gotta go. Oh, there's Tina 4.
Yes, that's
Tina
correct.
4.
Thank you.
Okay, panning up, Rolly. Tilting up. Okay, zoom.
Ah, I see that red.
Hold that.
That's what.
Won't be able to chase it much better than that. There we go.
Wow, this is great video.
It's coming at you out of the light.
Okay, backing up.
And you're getting encroached by the shrimp.
Okay, getting out of town.
Full wide.
Thank you.
How long is it to our next point?
It's 90 meters.
Okay.
Ooh, big cloud to my left. Away from that.
And for those of you listening, I'm Andrea Quattrini. I'm a PhD student at Temple University, and I am on the Okeanos Explorer, sitting in the control van. To my left is Dr. Brendan Rourke from Texas A&M University. We are surveying the upper continental slope in about 580 meters of water depth off of the northeastern United States. We've been transiting all day. We launched today at 8:30, and we hit the bottom today at 9 a.m. And the dive has remained fairly consistent. We've been moving over very silty sediment, and red crabs have been with us throughout this entire dive. We have seen a couple of stones and depressions, but this has been mostly a soft sediment bottom habitat.
Oh, they found me, Rolly.
Yeah, I was trying to bring him out. It was difficult to
It wasn't well
get him
lit.
processed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, bottom's falling away from me here. I'm heading towards one of the depressions, I believe.
Okay. So we're starting to get a little deeper here.
Those
can we stay?
Panning right.
Those Xenos tend to show up better with the the black background behind him sort of shooting up.
Okay, my head is passing through west. Let me push out of this dust cloud here.
You have a hit on the sonar?
Okay, my head is north. Okay, okay. .579 meters depth here. Coming back south.
Can we try to angle the camera just slightly downward towards the seafloor?
Sure we can.
Perfect. That's great. Thank you.
Okay, moving south.
No problem. Doing that right now.
We're just
Yeah, that's
talking
fine.
with our
I'll do that. Drop some
navigation
waypoints here and there.
person in the ROV control room. We're trying to drop some digital targets as we're moving across the seafloor, and what that means is we're just marking into our mapping system different areas of interest. So
Workshop.
we wanted to put down a mark for this certain depth zone and this certain area here.
We have not seen one of
Can I
those
get
up
a
close.
zoom on this crab?
Yeah,
It's
snap zoom.
something different.
Hold that right there.
Looks like we have another Jonah crab.
Okay, got this guy. Oh, he's felt the pressure wave. Nice claw. Okay, let's come wide, Rolly. Lifting off.
Go ahead, Bridge.
You want to get lasers on him?
Thank you.
Yeah, Jeff, could you give me lasers real quick?
Yep.
There we go. Big fella.
For our viewers out there, this crab, this Jonah crab, is really found on the Atlantic coast off North America, but it's closely related to Dungeness crab on the Pacific coast.
Pilots,
and some of you may be familiar with Dungeness crab.
Meters left
You
till the
can
waypoint.
buy the species in seafood markets, particularly on the West Coast. And you know, one of the reasons why we're interested in this, exploring this area and documenting the diversity and the abundance of organisms here, or for potential fisheries. And we have seen at least two species today, and the red crab in particular, and possibly the Jonah crab. I'm not sure if anybody out there knows
Tony,
if
what's going to be
the Jonah crab is also a commercially important species
Okay,
off
wide.
the Atlantic coast.
I'll just check it out real quick.
Full wide.
Thanks. Hermit crab.
Alright, Jeff, our next move will be 248 degrees, 248.
Okay.
Some excavation.
Thanks, Tony.
No problem.
So there is a fishery for Jonah crab, but it's not a large commercial fishery. We don't believe. And we're still picking up a couple of witch flounders.
Okay, got it.
There's another witch flounder.
Hey, Jeff, why don't you bring your camera angle up a little bit? There we go.
Can we try to angle the camera again downwards a bit?
I've just come up in altitude. That's what's happening here.
Yeah.
Just get back down on the bottom and
Okeanos Explorer, this is Woods Hole. Do you read?
We did read you, and then you cut out.
Okay, test 1, 2, 3. Do you read?
Yes, I do. Hello.
Dave, our next move is going to be about 40 degrees
Sorry about
to
that.
the
We
left
lost
of
our RTS.
what
Okay.
we've been doing, so it's not going to take any real realignment of the
yeah, sure.
vehicles.
Hey, why don't you kill my aft lights while you're...
Tim, I was trying to
science,
start
this is Matt.
conversation
There.
here about, we've seen a couple of the Jonah crab, which, you know, is a close relative to the Dungeness crab off the Pacific coast.
Science, this is
And I was
Matt.
curious if you knew anything about the size of the fishery for Jonah crab. I don't believe it's as large
We're
or
almost
as
at our first
important as the
waypoint.
red
Would you
crab
like to
fishery,
stop
but
here or continue
I'm
on
not
to
positive on
waypoint
that.
2?
Can you add anything?
Okay.
Yeah, I can only add that I'm unaware of any fishery for the Jonah crab. Maybe someone else has an idea out there. I don't think that Brad Stevens is on the line here today, but he would certainly know, and we can certainly find out. But I know of no fishery for that.
For that
Jonah
species.
crab. Right.
Curious why you wanted that, Dave?
I mean, we've seen few
Okay,
of them
no problem.
in the work that I know of in the
Go ahead,
canyons.
Bridge.
They're I'm going to say rare, but they're
Just the
not
shrimp have less to
common
follow.
as the red crab.
Right, maybe
And
they're
also have some
incidentally
small
collected.
fishery.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Pilots, we have another 15 meters, and then the ship will come
Yeah,
to
can
a
we get
stop.
a quick zoom
That's
on that white
15
object
meters.
in the center, Dave? Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, Rolly. Hold that.
We have a hermit crab.
Hang on. Oh. Sorry. Out.
I think that was sufficient, Dave.
Okay. Yeah. There it is. Just pop in there.
Yep.
And hold. Oh, that's the end of that. Okay. Out.
Also, as a
This fish? Okay. Okay.
Tim Shank, just
any fishing
note
boats
that
in your
your
area?
audio is lower than it was before. It should come up about 25% if you have the ability.
Well, we're speaking to Hui?
Yeah.
Yes, I was talking to Tim
Got
Shank.
it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I was just asking, Andrea, if you see any fishing boats, or have seen any fishing boats since you've been out there. Are they in your vicinity?
You know, I haven't seen any yet, but I'm going to be taking a break here in a little bit, so I'm going to go and check and see if I see any boats around us, but I don't think so yet. I just want to
Quick zoom, Rolly.
have a conversation about our plan.
Hold that.
And Jason's on the line, and I know
More
Brendan
zoom.
just spoke about where we are. And
Let's hold right there.
do we want to have a look around here, do any jogging or transects through this area, or continue to the next waypoint?
Could you zoom out on the HiPAC screen for a moment,
Sure.
please?
Yep.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, let's go wide. Seem to have frightened a creature.
Okay, we're just talking to scientists back on shore and making our plan for this dive.
What I currently have them doing, FYI, is just basically zigzagging back and forth across basically the width of the ship with an aim towards hitting where the bow of the ship is currently at and just dropping targets, digital targets with the depths on there just so you can sort of get some idea of what the depth looks like across between those two contours.
That's awesome. What is the distance and estimated time to the final waypoint from where we are?
Sure, 1 second.
I'm getting back to you on that, Jason.
Hey Dave, are we on wide zoom?
Rolly, are we full wide?
Yes, we're full wide.
Yeah.
Maybe just pan up a little bit.
Sure. I'm just flying lower. I'm trying to get some auto altitude function dialed in, and it's bouncing up
Science,
and
this is
down a
Matt.
bit.
That's fine, thanks. This is good.
Yeah, at a distance of 380 meters to the next waypoint, it'll take us approximately 62 minutes, 6-2.
Nothing I thought we haven't seen today are Okeanos traces. You know, maybe we haven't just seen it. But Alan Speaker yesterday, we're not really seeing it today.
Yeah,
These
that's
little burrows when you in this spoke wheel traces from that.
The stern of the ship has actually just reached waypoint 1. Uh-huh.
And I didn't think we were going to see any hard rock bottom today. I guess we haven't. So not yet anyway.
no. We've seen a few drop stones, I believe, but that's been about it.
Was that the distance to waypoint 2 or to the next contour line?
No, you were good on the distance to waypoint 2. Maybe is there waypoint 3 further out past to the west of waypoint 2?
Okay, I'll take a look at that one.
Seem to have an altercation. A little zoom, please, Rolly.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
That's good. Stop.
There we go.
Oh yeah, let's head to waypoint 2.
So waypoint 3 is a distance of 252 meters from our second waypoint.
We're just getting some times and distances
good
to
stuff,
our
Dave.
next 2
Be my
waypoints.
estimate.
Hey, Science, is this courtship? What's going on?
Let's see. We've seen several mating pairs
No
today.
problem.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure if I'm seeing any right now.
The darker colored one was rolling over on its back.
Oh, okay. I missed that. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I'm being anthropomorphic or whether that's how it's done.
You know, we've seen these crabs mating that way, so they're not facing the same direction. They're facing opposite directions.
Nav, can you drop another
Another-
depth target, please?
Oh, another, yeah, maybe. They're
Got it.
courting, huh? Did you see that
Well, the
movement of the
dark-
crab on the left?
Dark one is chasing the light one.
So, Jason, we are looking at about 1 hour to the next waypoint, waypoint 2, and then an additional hour to waypoint 3.
We can
So
come
it's
wide,
looking
Rolly.
somewhere around 500, 630 meters total distance to be traveled.
There's a Tina 4. Let me see if I can. Seems to be well lit right now, Rolly.
The timing we're going to get
Yep.
to work out, you can just do the
That's about as
zigzag
all I can
between,
handle.
between the
Yeah.
the way
Could
of,
we go back to the bottom to
at least
look at
the
the
round,
crabs, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. Got distracted.
Thanks.
Oh, there we go.
So you want
We
to
missed
think
it.
about doing
That's a different pair.
zigzags to
Yeah.
the to the next waypoint.
and you know, we can adjust the, I think we can adjust the, you know, the fleet depending on, you know, timing, whether we're going to have plenty of time to get to the end or not quite. I'm just going to play it by ear right now.
Okay. So target waypoint 2 at 0.2 knots, trying to get some amount of ship width zigzags as we go down, or do you want something larger zigzags?
We've not had this angle on those guys.
No, I think ship width, you know, if we find a wider field of view.
A little more zoom.
Okay.
That's good
The
hold.
geology is going to change too much, but
Yeah.
you know, in terms of the biology might get a better sense of the
Okay.
So
Okay, so just repeating the plan for everybody, we're going to turn towards waypoint 2 and start making
0.2 or 3?
waypoint 2 at 0.2 knots, and we'll ask the pilot to do ship width or thereabouts zigzags as we make our way towards that point to try and cover as much biology as possible. No, we're at waypoint 1, so, well, they're labeled waypoint 1 and on the map, so so is that okay with everybody?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Nav, this is science.
Go ahead,
You
Science.
can start making your way to waypoint 2 at 0.2 knots. do the appropriate shape moves as you see fit.
Can come out rolling slow.
Rolling out.
Pilot if
Thank you.
on that
That's full
transit
wide.
to
Thank you.
waypoint 2, if we can basically do
Must
sort
be
of
out pretty far, Dave.
zigzags,
You're really pulling my
Yeah, I see that.
sort of
camera
ship width or thereabouts. We'll expect to get to that target in about an hour and a half at that rate with those zigzags. Does that seem reasonable?
Sure.
All right, excellent. Thank you, guys.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
So Andrea, this is Tim again. You know, you noted an observation of the crabs sort of reaching up with both claws, and to me that looks like a response to those krill that are in the water column, or to the ROV, you know, the pressure blade of the ROV out front. It was interesting to see what appears to be the female underneath the male. I think that normally, you know, takes place when the female molts.
I'm going to head over that way and bring your head around.
See
Yeah.
if there was actually, you know, a fresh molted female underneath that male, or I mean, it happens that they hold each other.
I
He
think
holds her
that's going to
for
be our line of
for
advance.
several
Is
weeks,
that it,
right?
Nav, roughly?
I know the egg can incubate
Pilots,
for as much as 9 months in red crabs.
next bearing is 245
these are all
degrees.
observations we're
245.
making.
Great, thanks,
I'm going
Tim.
to go ahead and put in that move as soon as this move completes
Yeah, we had
in a second now.
just sorry about that. There was several things happening at once here. I'm trying to figure out our next move, and it's just a little bit busy for a moment.
I'll see if I can add anything else to the plate when you're given the situation.
Thanks.
What's the bottom temperature?
The last time we checked, it was 5.9 degrees. Let's see if it's changed at all.
It's
Really
interesting.
haven't
You
changed
get,
much in depth. We've
I'm
found
not
that
far
the,
enough away to tug on you.
most of the canyon areas, even
Just having a
down to
hard time
1,800
keeping
meters,
head. I don't
you
know
know,
what's
it doesn't
going
go much than 5 degrees. You know,
We've been in those shrimp for a long time, so there were several times it was difficult for the ROV to see its location.
And
just
has
had to
anybody had
shoot
any,
outwards.
I mean, I know some folks have had long-term moorings out here, and I'm curious if we know any of the variability that occurs in temperature on the long scale.
The tether's
If,
pretty straight,
you know, in
Dave.
some
The
areas we
poles are
see very
stretched
large
out there.
fluctuations at 500
Yeah, you're
meters.
way
That
up.
could be 5 or 6 degrees
I-
fluctuation depending
this
upon
is
the
where I've been.
currents.
Oh, well,
Does anybody
come
have
down a
any
little.
indication
Okay.
of that in the canyons in this area?
I've
Must
been
have been, we must be
FYI,
going
bottom
down
temperature is
slope, so
5.8 degrees south.
that would put you up higher off the
No,
bottom.
I was staying at 19 meters since
yeah, this is
I've
Tim
been
again.
moving
I
up and down
certainly
to
do not
stay
have
at
that
19.
information. I hope somebody out there may have some and can.
Yeah, I am pulling on you, though.
Right
That's
when
what's
they do
going
in
on.
the,
I
event
see
loggers
the
pick
float
up.
lifting. Okay. Me raise
Okay, can
my
we just pan up some, Dave? Thanks.
The road ahead.
Yeah, I'm pointed in the direction we more or less want to go.
Yeah.
Local
Bridge,
time is
this is
11:40. We're at 575 meters, and we are exploring an area
Hi, I've prepared another move.
to the
Would that
east
be
of
okay to do
Nantucket
that
Canyon off the northeastern United States.
Okay,
We launched
we'd
the
like to change our
ROV
heading a
D2,
little.
the
We're
Deep
going to go
Discoverer,
200
at
meters
8:30
at a heading
this
of
morning.
247 at
And we've been
0.2
transiting
knots.
over silty soft sediment for most of the morning.
Yeah, that's
and
correct.
red crabs have been with us throughout this entire dive.
Yep, that's correct.
Well,
Thank you.
auto altitude is just not that useful.
Is it cycling
It's,
on and off, or is
yeah,
it just
it's
losing its
oscillating.
mind? Okay.
It doesn't handle perturbations very
What are
well.
those white things off screen left?
Looking?
There's 3 white items.
Got it.
Yep, that
Hang
was
on.
it. Don't know if it's of interest, I just saw it.
Go ahead, Bridge. Go ahead.
Okay, quick zoom.
And we're just doing a ship move.
Hold that.
Yep, that is fine. Go ahead.
A little bit more.
All right, thank you.
Hold that.
Andrea, can we do a quick zoom on the white object down below there?
Okay, come wide.
Yeah. Can we
looks
do
like
a zoom on the
gastropods from here, but I can't really-
gastropods on the bottom? Oh, we.
Gastropods?
Yeah, on the left, there's some white objects.
I think it's
We,
those white
we
items.
were there.
Yeah. Sorry.
And the paparazzi have caught us. Get some tilt down here. Hang on.
Pilots, this is Nav.
Yeah,
The bridge is going to change the ship heading to 230
that's fine.
and continue on our course to a heading of 247.
Okay, Rolly, we can get some zoom here. There we go. Hold that for a minute.
Hermit crab in one.
Oh, yeah.
The one in the front.
Yep, yep, yep. Let me see if I can get a little bit more stable, and we'll get macro.
And we have a bivalve shell in the back.
Okay, more zoom, Rolly. Hold that.
Is there a bivalve shell or a gastropod shell in the back there?
There we go.
Hold on just a second. And we have is that a hermit crab in the front?
Yeah.
You want some more?
And the one in the back?
Yeah,
Oh, if
go
it
ahead.
was a half of a gastropod shell or a bivalve shell? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Somebody definitely home there.
Yeah.
I'm going to just go ahead and pan to each one.
Yeah, I'm going to, okay, push focus to
And
the,
then
oops,
yep.
that was me. Let me go to look to the third object here. It's broken shell.
That's maximum zoom.
Okay.
Broken gastropod shell?
Yeah. Oops.
That's what it looks
It's
like to me.
difficult, yeah.
Hard to tell though.
Yeah, difficult to tell.
Okay, let's come wide, please, Rolly.
Rolling out.
Awesome, thank you. And could you
You'll
just
throw.
put the lasers on real quick?
Hold there, Rolly.
Hold it.
Lasers. Jeff. A little bit more out, Rolly. There we go.
Great, thank you.
Gonna push ahead. And there's your scale. There. Okay, full wide, please, Roland. I need to get back.
You wait right there. I'm coming to you.
You coming my way? Okay.
I'm coming your way.
All right. I will remain calm.
It looks to me like there might be more of these bivalve shells on the left there, to the left of the gastropod, sort of sprinkled all over the sediment.
Okay. Can we
do you
pan
have any
left, Dave?
thoughts on this?
Yeah.
I think they're maybe looking at these little white specks.
Dave, here's part of the problem. You've got no bottom lock right now.
Yes. I bottomed the vehicle, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, below a half a meter, it doesn't work. But I was trying to cruise at 1 meter altitude, and I was bouncing up.
Dave, I think these
down.
bivalve shells are referring to are the white specks you see.
I see white specks everywhere.
Those are the ones I believe.
Zoom in. Just go max.
Those, Taylor?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I thought we zoomed in on earlier on sort of white spots, and they turned out to be little bivalve shells.
Right.
It looked from a distance like it might be more of the same thing. I just thought we could zoom in on them.
Let's see, I'm not hearing the beach.
That would be OKEX if you
Yeah.
Yeah, I
wanted to
guess
hear.
not. I'm not seeing
No.
what we saw before.
Yeah.
Got it.
So it doesn't
Thanks,
look
Dave.
like these are the same. Pulling out.
Thank you.
Full wide.
Okay, it's lift off. Recently visited hermit crab and
Yes.
shells. Just go off to the right. What is that little
Oh yeah, let's take a look at that.
squiggly thing there?
That'd be great. Get a quick zoom on that.
Snap in, Rolly. Up, hold that. No, he's gone.
Shoot.
Not a sessile organism.
Yeah, Zorsid.
There we go. There's my skid mark.
Zoom
Another
from
zoom.
here.
Yep. Hold.
Oh, looks like a Zorsid.
A little bit more zoom. He's gone.
Full wide.
I think
Okay.
the common name are eel pouts. I'm gonna check that. Okay, so we're beginning to start our jog down to the next point. It's up to you.
ROV workshop, are you listening? ROV workshop pilot. Oh, hi, Ryan. Yeah, it looks like joy gain and Z bias are still coupled. And I recall we noticed that. I don't know if it was dealt with, but Z bias should be independent of joy gain, but they seem to be coupled. Yeah, yeah. Which is, Tom mentioned he was having some difficulty, and I think that might have, and I was too, and I think that might have something to do with it. We should, it's just a feeling, but if we can investigate that at some point. I'm afraid that Z-bias might be applied at the command input end, and, you know, in the joy box instead of further down the pipe, so to speak. It appears that way, but I'm not going to stop and fiddle with it too much now, but we should look at it. Okay.
Nav co-pilot.
Go ahead, co-pilot.
Hey, on your ICSI display, one of those icons up at the top there is called Expert View.
Pilot,
Sorry,
can
could
you do
you
a quick
repeat that?
zoom on one or two of those crabs, please?
Yes.
And then maybe the flounder off to the left.
See the flounder, see the crabs. Okay, Rolly, let's...
Could you repeat that, Jeff?
Yeah.
That's good, hold there.
Why do I still hear the pilot? Anyway, top of the ICSI view.
Okay, now just hold that zoom, and I'm going to go to the flounder.
It's just to the right of the connected
Interspace Center. Interspace Center.
indicator. If you hover over that.
Are you guys having
Go ahead,
any
Bridge.
RTS dropouts? Are you guys having any RTS dropouts?
Okay, focus for the flounder.
Okay, thank you. All right, go ahead, Jeff. I'm going to turn your volume up.
Okay, to the right of the connected
You want more zoom?
indicator.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Okay.
That's
Is
good
that,
there.
Holding.
expert view.
Expert.
Yep. So go up to the connected.
Okay, let's come
connected.
wide.
Thank you.
Pulling out.
Here it is.
Yep, to the right of that.
Okay.
That icon. Yeah, click on that.
Okay.
You're full wide.
Thank you.
Great.
Dave, I'm going to go move those monitors for you.
Thanks.
Alrighty, thanks.
Hey.
Okeanos, this is a speed reading.
You're breaking up on what we're receiving on the Okeanos.
Okay, so we're having some difficulty with the RTS unit. I don't know if it's just ours or it's systemic to the. And so if you have any suggestions, please let us know. We're having dropouts every couple of minutes.
Okay, Tim. I'll see what I can do about that.
Roger, thank you. You seen anybody else? You see this little feature up on the sediment here? Looks like something got dragged through the area. I don't know if that's what that is, but it'd be good to go take a look at.
That actually looks like some kind of drag mark. If we could take a look at that, that would be great.
Yeah, that's me. That's probably my
Crossover
skid mark.
from the ROV.
All right, pilot is saying that that was probably him. It's probably residual skid marks from when he landed.
But we have a nice squid.
If we could take a look at it anyway, just it
Sure.
will give a sense of what's below the sediment surface.
Zoom, please. Alright,
There's a
hold
nice
that.
squid eating something.
Okay, I can create a deeper impression if that's of any use. But I will pass that along to the next pilot. Getting my lunch relief here.
Okay.
And very happy about that.
Thank you very much. Excellent job.
See you in half an hour.
Welcome, pilot. I believe we're headed 247.
I will confirm with them. I think it was channel 1, though.
Hey, Nav.
Yes.
We are we moving now? Have we started our ship move?
Yes.
Okay.
What the
bearing?
ship just started moving. It's around
Go ahead, video.
It's around
So,
240.
Jason,
I
if we
can double check.
need to move on to
247. So your exact heading.
keep it as a krill.
Okay.
And it's at
We
0.2
can.
knots.
Yeah, Jason,
Looks like the pilot's nicely out in front of you.
I think ROV itself actually made
Yeah,
it.
he's starting to get
Visibility is
little
better
under
than
maybe.
this
Tim, can
morning.
you confirm
You can
what
actually
channel
see
you're
the
having the
ROV.
dropouts on? Please.
Okay, gotta move on.
If I get losing power, losing internet connection, and all these connects are good, and it's just things might be just very local there. So as long as you can still hear me, okay.
Yeah, this time around it was a little bit harder to hear you. You're dropping out a few more times than the last time. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're coming in loud and clear.
Okay. All right. Thank you. We're still transiting across soft sediment and continuing to see a reasonably large number of the crabs that we've been seeing all day, and we continue to be followed by a large amount of krill that seems to be attracted to the light.
Carl, how quick is the ship move?
0.2 knots.
0.2.
Yep. Science, this is Pilot.
Go ahead, pilot.
Well, howdy from your new shift up here. What are we looking for today?
We are transiting to our third waypoint, and we are looking for pot marks. So these are going to be features that could be anywhere from 40 meters in diameter up to 100, 120 meters in diameter.
Okay.
The sort of tentative plan is to make tracks towards the waypoint, which is about 60 minutes away. But if you can do a zigzag pattern somewhere around ship's width to look for biology and look for any kind of drop stones, rock features, that kind of stuff. And we're sort of tentatively trying to do flyby zooms on crabs and other biology with a particular interest on crabs that have encrusting material or crabs that appear to be paired up. So in as much as you can take care of those zooms on the fly, that would be fantastic.
Alrighty, sounds great.
Looks like this ROV sonar stopped.
Yeah, I just got the sonar up.
Okay. If you're busy, I can restart it. Have it over here.
Got it.
Video, let's get a quick snap zoom. I'm not sure if we've seen one of these larger shrimp.
We have, but another picture of it and focus on it would be great.
Oh, sorry, video. Come wide. I gotta adjust a few things over here. Okay, gonna let him go off and continue back.
Thank you.
Jeff, are you facing the direction of the ship's move?
Yeah, I've got a lock on 247. I'm rotated very like 1 or 2 degrees slightly.
Oh, that's fine.
It's coming back around.
Visibility is much better now.
interesting to see this distribution of crabs as we fly over the soft sediment. It looks from here like many of them may be facing in the same direction. I don't know, this next crab's going to prove me wrong here, but any thoughts on that?
That's actually something I haven't noticed, but no thoughts either. Can you get a zoom on that, please?
Yeah, go ahead, video. Yep. Let me line us up. Yeah, we're throwing them off, that's for sure. All right, come wide. We'll keep moving. We'll stop harassing him. Video, you have a little bit better screen over there, so if you see any of these crabs that look different. Yeah, if you see any, as science described, paired up or with unique features on them, let's stop and take a look.
Another flounder.
Coming back left, coming in towards you, Jeff. Or at least across your screen. And not so far out.
We seem to have lost the krill that have been chasing us for a little while. I'm not sure if it's just because we moved or...
I can see them next to the light in the fisheye on Sirius, I think.
Yeah.
I think they're all just clouded around Sirius's lights.
No, this morning there were so many that they were blocking Sirius's lights, so it couldn't even see the ROV.
Yeah.
Certainly much less.
Yeah.
Can you do...
There's
You got
a
it,
crab
Bobby,
leg.
Need me to bring you back in screen?
You're fine.
Okay.
Another crab leg severed. Can you do a zoom on that one that just went out of screen? Too late? Too late?
We might be able to get back to him. That's the concern about. Let's see if we can. Yeah, unfortunately, it might be too late.
No worries.
Let's see if we can still salvage the other ones. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Still salvage them. All right. So this bottom is very silty.
zoom on the fish.
Yeah, go
right there,
ahead. Video,
please?
we're going to lose them in a little bit. Ugh. I'm sorry, video. And science, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Let's come wide. Let's just get out of this cloud. All right. Let's try that again somewhere else. All right, coming back down.
Jason at the Inner Space Center, this is Taylor at Hui.
Hello, this is Jason.
Hi, glad you can hear us. I was just wondering if you were
This one
seeing
below
what
me?
if this is what you expected to be seeing in these pock marks as we move along the bottom here.
Okay.
Surprises?
There's a lot of momentum with this vehicle,
actually
so
the presence of some of those
anytime we stop,
you know,
it's going to
granite
take a long
cobbles
time, and any back
other
thrust
rocks,
we push is just going to kick up the
sort of in
sediment.
those impacts.
Let's see what this silver thing
whether
is,
they
though.
were scoured around or whether that was they were actually.
Yeah, we'll go to both of those. So let's start with this
made by
first one.
the rocks hitting the seafloor was of interest.
Looks like he's seen better days.
You know, we really weren't sure what we would find out here.
Is it krill like trying to pick them up or something?
Okay, I'm gonna
finding a similar
bump forward a
sediment
little
cover
bit, see the other
inside and outside and
target.
between.
Hold your zoom.
You know, from pockmark to pockmark. It's actually interesting in that it says something about sort of the relative quietness of these features. So it doesn't.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, from the small field of view that we haven't seen any kind of active geologic process other than potentially the boulders and other rocks being dropped on the seafloor. So we really had no real idea what would see in these features. So I think we're learning something as we go. But we didn't really think we would see a lot of outcropping, you know, lithified.
You should start thinking about coming along.
Rock or outcrop
here.
just because it's so shallow and we're in sort of younger sediments.
Looks like our krill's still here.
I did not expect to see a big ball of krill chasing us across the seafloor.
Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, right. I think everybody's surprised by that.
Let's push
yeah,
away
so
from
you
them.
mentioned earlier the glacial drop zones.
Yeah, thank you, Rich.
Okay, I'm running out in front of you again, Jeff.
Throughout the Atlantic in general, or is it more prevalent?
This crab was interesting,
you know,
but
in certain areas
unfortunately we got to move.
Bridge reports 90 meters left.
Could have stayed a little while longer. I just was giving you a heads up.
North
okay.
you go,
Start at least paying attention
to
because
somebody
we're
who
going to
was,
lose you
who
soon.
was visiting
That's fine.
in a space center, probably why he couldn't get a hold of me.
Let's snap zoom on this guy.
Sort of Long Island, Martha's Vineyard, and then
looks different.
where the terminal moraine was from the last glacial period.
Come a little wider,
so,
yeah. Frame him. There we go.
Sort of north of here was all glaciated.
And he's gone.
20-odd thousand years ago.
Well, there's
so
another one of those fish.
To see more evidence of.
All right,
of
Jeff,
these,
keep an eye on me.
Sort of glacially related.
I'm going to be creeping in video, so work the focus.
Sort of in this area, and actually more common the more north you go. But they do occur further south. There has been some discussion and evidence put forward of iceberg.
It's kind of a neat shot. So yeah, we'll just Let it black out.
So, you know, we're still learning about
All right, I'm coming out.
the extent of these
Alright,
features
spin to your west, and then
the processes that create them. So, you know, everything here is
Our
kind of
shrimp
a
will
learning
blot out the
experience
sun.
for even for us.
and let's get out a little ahead before you
Great, thank
stop
you.
to
Yeah,
zoom
it's
on
nice to
anything
hear
else.
the geologic context behind
Although it
the
looks
areas
like you have
we're
some room
exploring.
without anything to look at. So.
Hi everybody, I'm back. This is Andrea Quattrini. I just took a short break to eat some lunch and I'm back online and was just listening to you, Jason, talk about the geology of this area. It's great, thank you for that. I also, Tim asked earlier if there are any fishing boats around, so I got a chance to walk
Video,
outside
let's
and
take
see,
a
and no, there are no
partial
fishing
zoom of
boats
this
around
crab
us
as we
right
go
now.
by. I'm just going to keep going right over it. So,
Andrew, you just passed it was like a snipe fish. If you logged it in the event log.
actually,
I think
we're
this is
going
the
to
first one we've
cancel
seen
on the
this dive.
crabs and look
Do you
at
have
these
any
two fish here. I'm not sure we've
information
seen
on
either
these
one of them.
Yeah,
wonderful creatures?
these are actually eels. They are anguilliforms. They're in
Go
the
ahead, snap
family
zoom.
Nymphalidae,
We
so
don't have
they're
much
snipe
time.
eels. We have seen them. We saw them in the beginning of the dive. Oh, right now on the video is a green eye, chlorophthalmus. This is a common fish in this depth zone. But snipe eels, they tend to be more in the water column and towards the bottom. They're not,
All right,
of course,
come a
benthic
little bit
dwellers.
wide. Got to push on.
They're interesting. They're one of the few families that have these really long jaws.
You can keep partial on that crab, actually. Well, we're going to lose it.
And so the long jaws, they likely are eating shrimp in the water column.
All right. Yeah, I'm up. I'm up out of here.
Did I miss anything else? Do we see any other new
flounder.
invertebrates or fishes along this dive?
Got to get out of the way from the cloud.
No, I know. It's just
I don't think so, Andrea. It looks like to be about
It's
the
like
same.
here's
big one over here.
Here's
crabs
like
and
50 degrees is
and
up here.
flatfish and
If you can see your vehicle.
and then in the water column, we're still seeing ctenophores and shrimp, and of course the euphausids that are following us around.
Thanks.
Conway, please contact the bridge 200. Richard, please contact the bridge 200.
It looks like we're at a depth of 578 meters.
Taylor Heil from Hui. I'm going to be signing off, and Santiago Herrera is going to be taking over for me.
Okay, great. Thanks, Taylor. Thank you so much for this morning.
Oh, what are these things? We don't have much
Can we
time
get a
video,
zoom
so
on the
let's
white
snap zoom.
specks? Thanks. Looks like we have broken shell fragments.
Nope. Let me get them back in. Yep. And hold this zoom. I believe there are a couple more right above it. Oh, maybe come wide. I thought there were a couple right there, but oh, there they are.
Hello, Andrea.
Hi, Santiago.
Quick
How
snap
are
zoom
you?
on that one as well.
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Have you been with us watching all morning?
Yeah,
It looks like leftover
for my
crab, maybe. Okay, moving on.
So
what's
currently
your
we're
plan
headed.
right now?
Could you repeat?
I was wondering what the plan is. The current plan is. Are we heading to the next waypoint, or?
The current time to the next station? Yeah, we're headed towards waypoint 2. Let me find out. Hold on just a moment. Nav, how long to our next waypoint? We have a squid in the water column.
We are about 275 meters away, I think. Let me just check. Yeah, about 45 minutes to that waypoint.
Okay, we're about 45 minutes to the waypoint. It's about 275 meters away. Currently, the temperature is
Video,
about
let's
5.8 degrees
take a look here.
Celsius. We're at a depth of 575 meters.
Hold there.
We have a hermit crab in the middle of the screen, and was that a rat tail that just swam away? And we've been transiting over this soft sediment,
All right.
silty bottom throughout the course of the day.
Let's start to go a little bit more. See if I can get us a better picture of this guy. All right, go ahead again.
Getting some close-up video of a hermit crab.
Need help with your tilt?
No, I don't think we'll let him walk out of our screen. I think we've seen what we wanted to with him. Chase him up a little bit.
So today we're going to be diving in this area until about 3:30 this afternoon.
Okay, just going to let him go out of screen.
Until we do our recovery of the D2 ROV. And today we're serving pockmark features on the upper continental slope.
Okay, let's come on.
We will be surveying
start heading up.
Yep, that's where I'm heading.
The seafloor and throughout this region for the next 2 weeks during this July leg portion of this cruise. And then in August, we'll have a couple of days back on shore, and we'll have a crew change. And new scientists will come on board, and we'll continue this expedition with the second leg of the cruise. We do plan on visiting many different habitat types during this course of this cruise. We will be surveying the canyons themselves, the walls of the canyons. We will be surveying different depths from 500 to 2,000 or 2,500 meters. We may see a lot of different habitat types, including, as yesterday, we saw a lot of vertical walls. And we'll be seeing hard bottom habitats as well, seep, potential seep sediments. So we will be going to a couple seep areas to ground truth if there are any seep communities located in those areas as well. And so tomorrow we have a seep dive coming up, and the following day before we head into surveying deepwater coral communities in the canyons.
Is someone messing with our cameras?
And this
cameras
dive,
are blacking
although
out.
we haven't seen a lot of habitat features, we've definitely
it's not
learned
krill.
a little bit today. I would say that red crabs are extremely abundant in this area.
I just saw our starboard rail go out, and earlier I saw our bubble cam go out.
Management of this species.
So let's just keep an eye on that. It was just, no, it was straight to black. So if you have a multi-viewer somewhere, that'll probably be the easiest way to see if it's going out.
I have a little bit of modeling in the mud here.
All right, video, let's get ready to see what this white thing is.
Santiago Herrera online from the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution. Jason Chater is from the United States Geological Survey, and he's at the URI Inner Space Center at the University of Rhode Island.
That might
is there
be
anybody else on the line right now? Tim Shank? We may not have anybody else on the line,
that's
but
just
we
a
do
shell.
have several
Okay.
scientists from across the country that are
You can
logging
go
in
in,
through our
Snapsim.
internet chat room.
They probably want to see what type it is.
These include Dr. Scott France from the University of Louisiana Lafayette.
Snail. Looks like his head's poking out there.
We have other scientists from the United States Geological Survey, Dr. Amanda Demopoulos, and she will be coming on board our August cruise. Right now we have a gastropod in the video.
Let's come
or
wide.
was there a hermit crab in that?
Looked like it was a gastropod. Then there was a white thing over here to my right that also looked, well.
We also have several folks on the internet chat room who are
We're going to try doing two more things here, video.
Expedition.
So one, I want to see what this is.
Kelly Elliott, who
and
is
then second, see what that left thing
is.
is.
She is with NOAA.
Yeah, so let's snap zoom on this guy, figure out if we need to go in closer.
Hopefully not leaving anybody out. Oh, we also have folks from the NOAA lab in Charleston, South Carolina.
Yep. All right, let's come wide and we'll go look at the other one.
Can we get another zoom in on that?
On the claw? You bet.
Could you zoom in a little closer on that?
Yeah, you bet. Go ahead. I'm going to stabilize this.
Looks like a crab carapace. Crab claw.
Is that good science? You got more detail? Yeah, go ahead.
That's great. Thank you.
Oop, I think I just touched down.
All right, Bobby.
We just lost port rail cam again, so I don't know if that's. Let's come wide so I can grab the other thing. Just noting it so we can. Oh no. Maybe I can go around these guys.
Yeah, Bobby, start heading west. You're pretty far under me now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna switch out, I think, or actually, Jeff left.
Whoa.
Here it is, video. Let's.
This aggregation here of krill have really been following us throughout the entire dive. We picked them up in the middle of the water column on our descent down, and they've really stuck with us. We actually picked them up on the sonar.
Hey, try not to run them over.
Before we saw them.
Let's get a snap zoom, figure out what this is.
We saw the krill coming towards us.
Yeah, I don't have very much time here, and I'm also going to get swarmed, so let's do what we can.
Plant material?
I'm gonna.
I don't see a base. Oh, yeah, we're lost. Got to move on. Let's come wide. I'm pushing out big time.
Okay, we're continuing our transit.
All right, thanks, Jeff. I was really wanted to get eyes on that plant material, see what it was. So I'm pushing way out now.
No problem. Once you get out a little bit here, I'm gonna switch with Jeff Williams.
Sure.
So.
I also just want to tell the listeners out there a little bit about what's happening in the room right now. I'm sitting in the back row, looking out in front of me. There is the ROV navigation contact on the left. I have the lead pilot directly in front of me. Oh, there's another snipe wheel. On the right is the co-pilot, and to the right of him we have a videographer.
All right.
And to the right of me I have Art Howard,
Back
another videographer.
Go ahead, Bridge.
And the videographers are really in charge
Thank
of
you.
making
I'll be
sure
back
all the
to you shortly with the
feeds
next
look
move.
good, and they are controlling the camera and zooming in and out, and also taking clips of video clips of important images or different things we're seeing as we're moving across the seafloor. Let's get a zoom in on that snipe eel.
Go ahead, video. Yeah, I lost him completely. I can't hear what Roland's saying. But I'm going to push Dave out.
All right, pilots, the ship is coming to a stop. Would you like me to push on with the next move?
Hold on until Dave sits in the chair here.
Okay.
Which
Okay,
I'm gonna
still picking up red crabs and witch flounder. A little bit of different sediment here, sediment modeling. Are these animal burrows that we're seeing? We have Dr. Bob Carney on our instant messaging as well. Who is also from Louisiana at LSU.
Hey, Nav, if you could zoom in just a smidge more, unless there's
Sure.
some other request pending.
The ship just finished its last move. I'm going to go ahead and put in our next move towards the next waypoint at the same speed, if that's okay with you guys.
That's fine. The ship is
And
yet
just a reminder, we're
to
serving
outrun me.
submarine canyon
All right.
ecosystems off the coast of the northeastern United States. And today we are particularly surveying these pockmark areas on the upper continental slope. The local time here is 12:27, and we are in 575 meters of water depth.
Bridge, this is Nav. Hi, we'd like to go 160 meters, 160, at 255 degrees, and at 0.2 knots. Yep, that's correct. Thank you.
Can you zoom in on the bottom left there?
Yes, backing up. Slow zoom in, please. Video. Okay, backing up a little more. Let's hold that zoom, please. That looks like a claw, remains of a claw. More zoom. Hold.
Yes.
Yep. I, Claudius.
Oh yeah, the remains of a crab claw.
A big one.
Yeah, maybe one of those Jonah crabs.
Yeah. Need a rubber band for that big guy. Okay, full wide, please, video. Thank you, Jared. Well, since we left for lunch, all the fun stuff seems to have disappeared.
Yeah, apparently we missed a whole bunch.
Oh, really? Or are they just teasing us?
No, we did come across several more red crabs, and this big aggregation of krill are still following us,
Yeah.
which is pretty amazing. They've stuck with us for 3 hours now. No, 4 hours about. There's another witch flounder.
Yeah.
We did see one new species of fish since you were gone. We picked up a green eye. We hadn't seen green eyes yet, I don't believe.
All right, pilots, we got a little less than 160 meters to the next waypoint. That should take us about 25 minutes.
Sounds good. What's this guy at my feet? A little bit of zoom, please,
Oh,
video.
good. Thank you, Dave.
Hold that zoom.
This may be a zoarcid. It's good video. I think earlier today we had seen a few of these resting on the seafloor. You can always tell they're always kind of curved like this, kind of like a fish hook, and then always see that. And so these are zoarcids, and I'm going to look up the common name. I think the common name is eelpout. Anybody know the common name of these guys?
Let's see if I can get a look at his face here. See if he is really pouting.
See if he's pouting.
Yes. Let's come wide a little bit. He's
Eel pouts, that is the common name.
yeah, okay, now back in. Okay, there's the face. But only a whoops. Mother could love. And he's gone. Okay, full wide, please.
Good eye, Dave. Thanks for catching that.
I think the train is on the move here. Seems like these crabs come in two colors. Is that sex differentiation or is that age? This one's on the left is darker.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, Dave. Let me ask the people listening, and if anybody out there knows, we're seeing two coloration of these crabs. There's some that are darker red, and those that are lighter. Does anybody know if this is a sexual dimorphism, or males and females are different colors, or some of the older crabs maybe a little darker? They haven't molted quite yet. It's a question that's come up here in the control room.
Okay, we have another romantic encounter here. It does seem to be that when we see these pairings, they're two different colors. Or maybe it's just they look different from upside when they're upside down, but this is
Another crab pairing.
she ain't heavy, she's my lover. I'm gonna get in trouble for that.
Only because of copyright infringement.
No, the lyrics are different. Yeah. It's a legal fake.
More modeling in the sediment, a couple different burrows.
There are so many crabs here. What are they eating? We only saw one caught a fish, but there doesn't seem to be any. Is this where the garbage scow come? What's supporting all this growth?
Well, so this surface productivity supports growth on the bottom of the seafloor. So some of the regions that we're surveying are higher productivity areas. So more nutrients in the surface mean more animals in the surface, which equates to raining down on the bottom of the seafloor. A lot of the crabs are scavengers. They can eat detritus. They can, we have seen on this dive, capture fishes out of the water column. Some of these may have just been due to getting a little blinded by the ROV lights, and could be incidental, but
Could it be that what they feed on primarily is just too small for us to see?
that is very true too. They may be ingesting some mud and some other debris, other detritus, and you can see at times they're filtering mud through kind of like shoveling with their claws a little bit. Maybe they're picking up detritus that way. They can also eat other dead crabs as well. They are very abundant here, and from what I've been told, this depth zone, they are common to abundant in. They also, at times you'll see them eating, you know, like I said, they'll be kind of shoveling the mud. And they're not only picking up detritus, but there's a lot of other organisms that we can't actually see with our own eyes, but there are organisms that live inside or in between the sediment grains, and these are called infauna. And the crabs and other organisms definitely are picking out that as well.
A little bit of zoom video.
We have a black belly rosefish in our zoom. Black belly rosefish are in the family of Scorpaenidae, so they are scorpion fishes.
Do they have venomous barbs?
They do, but they're not as venomous as other scorpion fishes, like some of the rock fishes. Excuse me, not rockfish, the stone fishes.
Yeah.
The lionfish.
Seems to be nap time.
And we see this species of fish is common throughout the deep sea. We see black belly rosefish from the Gulf of Mexico all along the coast of the United States, from off of Florida up through North Carolina and north. And black belly rosefish are also found in the eastern Atlantic as well. So they are a cross-Atlantic species and pretty common in this depth zone. And as I was mentioning before, one of the first black belly rosefish that we came across during this dive was wrapped around a glass bottle. And we often see these, the species associated with deep water corals and any other types of structure. It is pretty rare to see them out in the middle of the soft sediment field like this without any structure around. As I said, they're generally wrapped around an anemone or something else that's anchored into the soft substrate. And can we get a quick zoom on the fish on the left? Looks like a rat tail.
Coming, backing up. There we go.
Yes, we have an Izumia.
Sneaking up, sneaking up. There we go.
There's some white spots on its side too.
Parasites or
yeah, maybe
symbiotes?
We often see isopod parasites on deep sea fishes.
Thanks, video. We gotta go.
Thank you, Dave.
What's going on? Whoa.
Is that our track?
No, I'm having a loss of control event.
Loss of control.
Didn't seem to be responding to my input there for a second.
That's interesting, Dave, because I can't control my camera right now either.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to come up. Yeah, your camera control is direct, whereas ours is, take a look at,
Okay, there we go.
take a look at telemetry status, if you would, please.
Another witch flounder. A couple red crabs again. Some midwater fish. I did see a couple myctophids earlier. There's several families of midwater fish that we see. One common one is Myctophidae, or the lantern fishes. And a lot of these midwater fish have the ability to produce bioluminescent.
It looks
They
good.
have photophores,
Okay.
and the photophores are actually really good key for ichthyologists, again, people that study fish, to help ID this group of midwater fishes down to species.
Sure.
Hello, yes.
Yeah, I was wondering about krill. So what depth did you start seeing the krill when you were going down this morning?
We picked up the krill in the water column. During this dive, you mean, Santiago?
Go ahead, Bridge.
Let me look back. We did pick them up in the water column, and
Okay,
we
thank you.
started to see them on the sonar at first.
Pilots, we've got 70 meters left on the ship move until we
Okay.
reach the waypoint.
Thank you, Nav.
Okay.
And we, yeah, in the camera view, they came in at about 325 meters. We have a silver
Seems
hake
like
in
they're pretty
view
much.
right now. Hmm? Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
I was saying that it seems like they're pretty much held RV down,
Science,
so they'll
snap.
go like an additional 200 meters deeper. Do you think that's
Yeah, I think so.
like a fair statement?
Science, this is Nav.
I wonder how it's going to affect their target migration.
We've got 70
I'm not
meters left to
sure.
waypoint 2. Would you like to hang out there once we arrive?
Right, do you want to tell our viewers a little bit about the diel vertical migrations, Santiago?
No, I mean, I was just wondering what sort of effect will
Okay.
have on their
Thank you.
cycle. And
Oh,
so,
by
like
us.
how long they'll
Yeah.
take.
Yeah, I don't know. They technically should have been at the surface right at night, so maybe they were making their way down, and we picked them up on our way down.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, with the ROV lights on, they're definitely phototactic, and they're attracted to our lights.
Yeah, they seem to, I think they actually follow the ROV, because, I mean, you think they should stay deep during the day, so avoiding the light.
Right.
And they go up when there's less light. So all that sort of mechanism brings them to for the ROV light. Perhaps, I don't know, some sort of, like, adaptation to follow bioluminescent proofs or something like that. I don't know.
I
Go
don't
ahead,
think so.
pilot.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, there is a tiny red dot, low center screen. Slow zoom, please.
Zooming slow.
It's,
I'm seeing some floating by red things.
yeah, there you go. That's it. Hold that zoom.
Hold it.
Chasing it. I think it's just another shrimp. There it is.
That is a
Yep.
shrimp.
Shrimp. Okay, thank you. Wide.
Okay.
Video, fish, low center.
We just had
Copy
a beep
that.
on our conference call line. That's a green eye coming into view. Is somebody new just joining us on the conference line?
All that.
Or maybe we lost someone.
Jeff, lasers real quick, please.
Losers.
Tiny fish. Okay, that's good. Thank you, Rolly. Full wide.
Full wide.
Go ahead, Bridge.
Hermit crab.
Go ahead. Yep, that is fine.
We have a hermit crab.
All right, thank you.
Another green eye.
Pilots, this is Nav. We've got 40 meters left to the waypoint, and the ship will change its heading to 130.
Copy that. That's a significant
Thank you. Just got a
change.
correction, that was
We're at
180.
a local time of
That sounds better.
12:48, and we're at a depth of 575 meters. Is that a skate in our view? Can you
Working on
can
it.
you zoom? Oh, thanks. You saw that.
I see everything.
ROV pilots see everything. That is definitely true.
Slow zoom video.
Oh, it's a
Zooming.
goosefish.
Let's hold that there for a sec.
Holding.
And if we can get a close-up of the head as well, that would be great.
Okay.
We got
Maneuvering.
time.
Lophius.
A little more.
So I was telling
No.
listeners
Okay.
earlier, but if you're just joining in,
Maneuvering here.
this is also a commercially important species. If any of you have eaten monkfish before, this is what you may be eating, goosefish. Monkfish is a name that is commonly used, especially in restaurants and in seafood markets. Another common name for monkfish are goosefish. And I'm asking the pilot to get a view of the head. Maybe we'll be able to see the lure on top of the head. So one of the fin rays is modified into a lure to attract prey items. Another red crab going by.
Okay, rolling a little bit more zoom.
Okay, zooming in.
I've just walked right over the fish.
Holding. Partial.
Yeah, get a little. A little bit more.
Zooming in.
That's good. Let's hold that.
Holding.
Doesn't seem to be flapping his lure.
No, he's not.
You can see something right down the center of his head. It's laying behind the eyes.
Great video, though. Camouflages right into the bottom.
Yeah.
You want to find it?
Go ahead, Bridge.
Yeah, come in a little bit more. Let's see if we.
Okay. It's right behind the eyes.
Okay. I'll give you our next heading
See
so
the
you can
straight
prepare.
line?
It's going to be
I see it.
248
I'm not sure
once
that's.
we finish this move.
Thought the lure was up near the mouth.
Yeah,
Nope,
that's
it's
correct.
there. You can see it's
Thank you.
right by the top, and then it extends all the way back.
Oh, okay.
You
So.
see it?
Right between the nostrils,
it's
you
got a
see a
little flap.
line going.
Yeah, I see that. Okay. You got any more zoom?
Oh, I got a lot more zoom.
Okay, let's use it.
You can see its teeth.
That's maximum zoom.
Right now. Let me see.
Ooh.
Now if you tilt up a
Yeah.
little bit, the lure is just
View of the
right
eye
there.
as well. There you go. You can see the top of the lure.
And we're getting encrusted with shrimp.
Okay.
I'm irising
Great,
up.
Dave.
Okay,
thank
come on
you.
out.
Pulling out.
Looks like it's got cat eyes. Jeez. Whoa, there's a wall of krill.
Out of here.
Wow. Oh, paralleled. Another snipe eel. Another eel pout or zoarcid. We are currently at 575 meters depth. Local time is 12:52, and the bottom temperature is 5.8 degrees. Yes, videographer to my right just made a joke. That's about what it is in here. It is fairly cool in this room. I'm all bundled up. I've got 4 layers on, but we have to keep it cool for the equipment.
Yeah, I just upped my long sleeve T-shirt to a sweatshirt.
Another snipe eel. Start going back down.
Sure. Is there anything in particular you want to see? Okay.
My camera's taking off and tilting without me. I see you immersed in, what are you looking at? Is that the fins?
Yeah.
RV nav, can I get, how close are we to waypoint 2?
1 second. We are 26 meters from waypoint 2.
Okay, we're at 26 meters from waypoint 2.
Go ahead, Bridge. Okay, thank you. Okay, pilots, the ship move has just completed.
All right.
Another aggregation of red crabs here. A witch flounder.
Alright, 8418. $290. 9282.
Yeah, we
39,
should bring Jason into the
52.3.
conversation. Jason Chater, are you still on the line?
Bridge, this is Nav.
Yep.
Okay, we were just discussing our plan. We're getting close to waypoint 2. We're 26 meters away. Brendan's coming on.
Okay, Jason. So, do you have a screenshot of
Bridge,
the
this is Nav.
map?
Yes, I do.
I
We're
just
going to do a
had
slight
Nav put
change
in,
of course to our final waypoint.
2.5,
We'd like to go
that you can see
200 meters
and
at 283
the sort of tentative idea
and
was
at
to
0.2 knots.
run over there for the next
All right, thank you.
transit, and then go from waypoint 2.5 to waypoint 3. Sort of total time for all of that would be on the order of about 60 minutes. So that still leaves us an hour and a half of playing time and focusing time, with the idea being that if we went to that waypoint, waypoint 2.5, it would be able to go across some of those contours and maybe
Pilots, this is Nav.
see
At the request of the science team, we're going to change course a little bit to a bearing of 283.
pot marks.
Copy
Any other
283.
ideas or
And
suggestions?
we're going to travel 200 meters to a secondary
no, I think that
waypoint.
sounds great.
Roger that.
Go with that.
Go ahead, Bridge.
Okay.
Thanks, Brendan. Thanks, Jason.
Anybody else?
Okay, thank you.
All right, we will make it so. Thank you.
Go ahead, Science. All right. Okay, thank you.
Coming across in front of you there to bring your head around.
Have we stopped yet?
We are stopped, and we are getting ready to take off in a new direction of 283.
283. I'll turn my head. Dave, could I get you to set
So
down
do
on
we
the
actually
bottom for a
physically
moment?
want to go through that second waypoint?
Yes.
When it's convenient.
Okay. I'm right in front of you, and down I go.
Thanks.
Okay, we're bottomed.
Okay, thanks. Just hold it for a minute.
You trying to see if there's any stability in our inertial system?
Yeah.
It's been iffy.
Yeah. Look at our easting.
Oh, it drifts like nobody's business.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a known issue.
Well, that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, it doesn't stabilize in terms of its solution. So we're just using we're just using the Doppler. We don't. ICSI's solution is not a solution.
Right.
Until we figure out what the problem is.
That's what I'm trying to look at. Okay, thanks.
Lifting off.
Okay, we are making a ship move towards a new waypoint we've added to cross over some contours. Possibly pick up a different depths of the seafloor. Another witch flounder. I'm going to just kind of give a recap now of the dive so far, but we have really been transiting over the same habitat since the start of this dive. Very silty, soft substrate. We did pick up in one area a couple of different drop stones, just maybe a half a dozen we saw. This was towards the beginning of the dive. During our dive down, we picked up this large aggregation of krill or possibly amphipods in there as well. And they've been really staying with us the entire dive. The benthic invertebrates have been dominated by these red crabs. We did see a few. Oh, hold on just a second.
What do we got? What do we got?
Something. Is that something on the bottom left, or is that you stirring up sediment?
Well,
Oh, it's sediment.
I think it was a fish.
Okay. Sorry. We did see a couple of Jonah crabs or cancer crabs as well. Several different species of fishes, mostly snipe eels, witch flounder, a few black belly rosefish. What else did we see? A lot of rat tails and longfin hake. And then a couple green eyes. We've just started picking up those. And then, of course, there are many, many, many other organisms that we cannot see with our eyes, but there are a lot of other animals that live in the sediments as well.
Seen a couple of squat lobsters.
Oh, that's right. Yep. I've seen a couple of squat lobsters. Same species, I think. Oh, and hermit crabs. We've
Yes.
seen a couple of hermit crabs.
And gastropods.
Yeah, if we could get a zoom in on that fish that just made that movement.
Video.
Go ahead.
Yeah, zoom on fish.
Zooming on fish.
Let's hold that for a sec.
Holding.
Is this a Hoplostethus? It is. This is interesting. I rarely see these over soft sediment, but we have a common name for this, slime head or roughy. It's in the same genus as orange roughy.
Little.
I'm not sure is the species
bit more zoom.
of this.
Zooming
There's
in.
a couple different Hoplostethus species.
It's
It's also fairly small, and it could be a juvenile, and that is something we commonly see are some fishes that we normally see over large Lophelia reefs. We also find their juveniles out in the soft substrate habitat.
Pulling out.
Yeah.
You're full wide.
Thank you.
Another longfin hake. Longfin hake. Oh no, that was a silver hake or Merlucian hake.
Video. Let's get a zoom on the lumpo.
Zooming in on lump.
Set. Hold.
Great eye, Dave. Thank you.
What lumpo? What? More zoom?
Want some more zoom?
Just a smidge.
Smidging.
Okay, let me see if I can stabilize. Okay, come in some more.
Zooming.
That looks like foundry slag. Or
Zooming.
clinkers.
That's maximum zoom.
Okay, good, thanks.
It's like another clinker.
Yep.
Jason, can you remind our audience what clinkers are again? They're just tuning in.
It's a byproduct of a lot of steam
Zooming out.
powered.
Thanks,
Please pardon the interruption. Your conference contains less than 3 participants at this time. If you would like to continue, press star 1 now, or the conference will be terminated.
An interruption. Somebody could press star 1 for
We're
us.
calling from the phone, so there wouldn't be any more messages.
Okay, thanks. Okay, continue, Jason. Sorry about that.
It's something that comes out of the boilers of the steam-powered ships that used to go through these areas, and they just goes overboard, and so it's a anthropogenic or a human could be a human introduced rock on the seafloor. But,
Please pardon the interruption.
Thank
Your
you.
conference contains less than 3 participants at this time. If you would like to continue, press star 1 now, or the conference will be terminated.
So often you can also find clinkers. They can be common on the bottom under
Pardon
busy
the
shipping
interruption.
channels.
Your conference contains less than 3 participants at this time. If you would like to continue, press star 1 now, or the conference will be terminated.
If there's anyone out there that could press star 1, we'd appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I just see what happens.
The Tina 4. A couple green eyes. It's interesting. Here we've seen more green eyes. The depth really hasn't changed. We have moved more to the
conference
west,
is being terminated.
Spiraling down.
I
and
see
I
it.
lost
2 of them.
some people.
Okay, I'll reconnect the conference.
Having technical issues here with our conference call line.
I think there's social issues, actually.
One of the challenges.
Okay, Andrew, can you see?
Hi, Santiago.
Hey. Yeah, I think because there's nobody in the call. So I tried to call in, but I don't think there was anybody else.
Okay.
This is Okeanos video. I've disconnected the line and I'll be redialing back in.
Okay, thank you.
Pleasure.
Which flounder? Couple burrows in the sediment.
Well, Jeff, I can see that you're bored to tears over there. So.
Caller to this conference. Please wait while others
I'm
join.
just watching the.
If you need technical assistance during your call, please press star followed by 0.
So if you would bring up.
So if we rejoin the phone bridge.
Bring up ROV
I'm not really sure
hydraulics.
who all is out there on the phone. We have Santiago at Woods Hole and the URI Space Center. And is there anybody else with us?
And you want the HPU status?
I think so. So local time is now 13:13. We are at 575 meters of water. And we are moving to a new waypoint to the west. We are currently surveying the upper continental slope off the northeastern United States.
So
we are east of an area
enable
known as
HPU
Nantucket
at the very
Canyon.
top.
Mm-hmm.
And do we just have somebody new join?
No, it's just me again from Hui.
Okay, go back to valve packs.
It's all going.
Find the one labeled.
Well, Santiago, since we have you on the line, why don't you introduce yourself? Who are you? What do you do?
Okay, enable valve pack.
I know what you do and who you are, but maybe to our viewers out there.
And stand by. I'm going to put myself into your view.
So my name is Santiago Herrera. I'm a PhD candidate at the MIT in Oceanographic Institution program in oceanography. And I'm
okay, what we want to do is
Shank, which is with Andrea,
deploy
they're
port and starboard swing arms.
Trying to lead this cruise, and then other people, of course, collaborating from all over the U.S. and other countries.
Not quite so far.
And we are currently logging and making observations of the deep sea floor near the North Atlantic northeastern canyons of the U.S. And we're very interested in seeing what fauna we found here and where to find them.
Okay, thank you.
Where in relation
we have
to
100
the
meters
topography
left
and
until the
some
second
geological
waypoint.
features
Copy
that we
that.
are here, where they are,
I
and
may not be
what we
able
can
to see
find.
what's happening. This angle, you can do the starboard one now that I've turned.
Great, thank you. And do you study anything in particular, Santiago? Oh, before we have another black belly rosefish in the video. A couple red crabs, but
sure I have the light
on the
aimed
left
where you
is
want
that.
it yet.
Okay, well, let me come
just
back.
More red crabs. Do you study anything in particular, Santiago?
Yes, I do. Well, I'm very interested in deep sea corals, in understanding sort of the ecology and evolution.
No, that's backwards.
Today we haven't really seen any corals, but I still
I guess it just
think
all the way
anything in
down.
deep sea is fascinating.
No, it should go
There's
forward.
lots of things we don't know. And every time we do these dives, we find and learn new things.
Up and over. Hang on.
I'm also very interested in working
check in with Carl
on animals
we have a
and
stick in the lower
ecosystems
right-hand
that have some
corner.
events, and also trying to learn about their ecology and evolution.
Try the starboard side, see if you get different behavior.
I also wanted to mention we have a couple other people here.
Rotation of the lights on the swing arm
watching right now. So this is Kelly.
What's the full range of rotation?
McRae and Annabelle Martinez are also with me right now on video and making comments on things, and we will be following the whole cruise.
All right, so if I swing
hopefully
down, which
doing
I'll do
coverage
right now.
along with you guys. It's very exciting.
Great, thank you so much. You guys
seems to
been
stop
a huge help
right
at
there.
Woods Hole, especially
It does not
helping
go
log all of
forward.
our observations. And right now, it looks like we have some plant material,
2900, 2800.
some detritus.
Try starboard swing arm, see if you get different behavior.
That's it, Tom, 100%. All right, let me try starboard. Stand by. Okay, deploying the swing arm.
Okay. How far are we from our waypoint? 2.5.
Whoops.
Get back in view for you here. There you go. Let's see what's going on.
Joystick box is red.
Estimate of about 70 meters.
I do not.
Bear with us, science. We're trying to adjust our lighting, and
okay, now that
some things are. Yeah, that one's going forward.
That one came forward. Yep, I'm just bringing this in a little bit. Maybe. I couldn't hear you, Carl.
So the pilots are and the
Hang on,
video technician are working on
okay, now I can hear you.
Moving some of the booms with the lights on them out to better positions to get more surround light and more light over the top. So this is one of the first times that they've done this in today's dive or yesterday's dive.
Yeah.
So they're
is there anything I can do to
braver as they get more comfortable with the vehicle. And that should also lead to potentially some improvements in the image quality. I think it helps that it's a flat bottom with nothing to run into when they consider putting the light booms out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that in a
well, it's already commanded
very
up, so I
structured
can command it
environment
up a
with
little
large
further.
vertical walls.
Absolutely.
Apologies, Rolly. I'm bouncing up and down and pumping the light quite a lot. Just getting ourselves organized here.
Dave, I'm going to try and rotate that light a little more.
Okay.
Leptocephalus cynoglossus.
No, I just switched to the port valve pack. So I'm going to try and rotate that light again. That's up, and here's down.
Looks like it's hanging up on something.
Co-pilot, would you like for me to zoom in the Sirius camera?
Oh, and eelpout, zoarcidial. Eelpout, excuse me.
Okay. So, Carl, you can see I can only rotate that light about 90 degrees.
Co-pilot, would you like for me to zoom in so you can see it better?
I'm